do it all, but not at once. Again, I don't have any script, even though that intro sounded like I literally had some like full blown script. I actually don't. Okay, let me stop yapping. But this is something that I find myself a victim to personally, because here's the thing, right? I am currently 18 years old, and there's a ever growing pressure to achieve some sort of success, because at the moment I've made about $200 from my main channel. Again, there's no promo here, so I'm not going to even include the name, but apart from that, I've made no money to my name, right? And when you see people making like 600k a month, I've seen this like one guy who's like 15 or 16, he made like 600k a month or something. Especially as someone who was trying YouTube for like 2 years so far and only made 200, it feels like I've been doing the wrong things and I've been investing my time into the wrong things. So now I have the pressure more than ever to actually just go hard on everything, right? This includes stock trading, affiliate marketing, you name it, I'm doing it, right? At least I'm trying to do it. So I'm pretty basic at stock trading, honestly. I'm just learning the basics. So basically, the the thing that I find myself most in is one thing, right? I find myself wasting time. And I know it's crazy to say because I'm literally trying to be productive more than ever, but I'm wasting time. How is this happening, right? So the real reason for this is because I'm investing my time into many different things. My day is mostly 99.9% of my time is just spent on doing something. You get what I mean? So I'm just either learn. I'm by the way, I'm a second year CS student, so I'm basically on that path as well. And basically I'm trying to learn how, I mean, we have a whole development group project going on for like a student development group project. Basically we have to release it. It's kind of ironic now that I'm saying that because we literally have to release it in like 6-7 days. But yeah, that's besides the point. Trying to get good at coding, which is not easy, by the way. Coding is not just about like studying like W3 schools. That's basically a platform. Oh my God, what was that? But it's not as easy as just studying something and just calling it a day. You just have to keep practicing and keep building little things to get that knowledge up and going. You get what I mean? So to balance all this at once and try to grow, as a person, let's say for example trading, affiliate marketing, all these different things, while trying to grow TikTok accounts and all of that stuff, it's overwhelming to say the least. I'm doing many different things, and the worst thing about that is it feels like there's so much pressure to achieve success, which is a good mentality, but it gets really overwhelming. At some point I just want to just give up, because the one thing in my head is just trying to become successful, right? So again, I have that mindset. Maybe it's a kind of a cringy goal, but I want to achieve some sort of success before the age of 20, which is exactly why I'm like sort of investing most of my time into this. In fact, I find this a type of investment as well, where I'm just investing myself into making content, right? Even though this channel, there's not much on this channel, but basically, if you're doing something, only focus on one thing at a time. I know it might be tempting to do a lot of different things at once just to see some sort of significant growth in many different fields rather than one. Because here's the thing, right? I have that insecurity where I want to make the most out of the time. But the thing is, when you're trying to make the most out of your time doing many different things at once, you're probably not going to do good in any of them. And that's exactly what I'm finding myself in. I'm a decent developer. That's because I spent an exceptional amount of time trying to get good at coding, right? And development. But the thing is, that's because I spent a specific amount of time with no distractions. This was like last year, and now I'm not really making any progress because I'm doing all these different things. I'm trying to do this, that, everything, right? So it's the point that I'm trying to make is, don't invest yourself into many different things at once. That's probably the biggest mistake you can make, because 9 times out of 10, just do it, but don't like do it all at once. That's the biggest mistake that I'm making, and I think I wasted like 4 months because I have made no significant progress in either. You know what I mean? So, and that's like a big problem, because at this point I'm not making the most out of my time, rather wasting all my time, right? So it's just, you're just stressing yourself, and you're just spending 99.9% of your time just trying to do something, but then you're not actually making progress. Instead, it's okay to focus on maybe two things at once if you can, because I think two is like the ideal balance. At the moment, I don't have a stable plan, nor do I have a stable time management thingy going on. So my day, sometimes I find myself working until like 2 3 in the morning on, like, you know, basically the thing is I'm also in like a small loop of shit. Basically it's like, you know, when you're in that cycle of like continuously rewatch, like not rewatching but watching, like, you know, these online gurus who basically guarantee, there are some good online gurus like Iman Ghazi and like a few others, but the thing is, regardless, you're always curious to see like what the point behind the video is, like even though it's utter, sometimes it's utter bullshit, like you're always curious to see what it's about. So you click on it, and then the next thing you know, you've spent 6 hours doing that. So that's also a big problem that I find myself in, and I want you guys to avoid it. Because here's the thing about wealth, right? You watch a few videos, don't ever fall into the loop of just rewatching different videos just to, you know, get some sort of success, because that's also going to be a waste of time, because 9 times out of 10, trying to be successful, you're going to fail, right? So that's the worst case scenario, because you're trying to be successful, you're putting in the effort. Okay, ignore my NPC movements, but you're putting in the effort, you're putting in the time, but it's not working out because you're doing a lot of different things at once. So focus on maybe one or two things at most, and just go hard on both of those, and don't focus on too many things at once. That's probably the biggest mistake that you could make. Again, don't, maybe you're different, maybe you're built different than me, maybe this was, some of you guys might think I'm an idiot for trying everything at once, which I probably am, to be honest, for doing that. But now that I think about it, if you are built in a way that you can do everything at once, if you're some like superhero or something, I don't know, then yeah, everything, that's awesome, right? But unfortunately I'm not, and I know there are people who might have the mindset to do that just like me, but it's gonna be a big problem in the long run, because you're gonna find yourself in a loop of shit where you're just always constantly repeating the cycle of, oh, I will become successful, I will become successful. So you're trying all these different things, but none of them is working out properly for you, because you're just trying everything at once. And that's the whole problem that I find myself in as well. So please avoid it. And yeah, I just want to make this video to just yap, I guess. But I hope you got something out of it. See you.